Viola.
I love to travel, and before I visit a new country, I always like to find some of their folk tales. Folk tales are stories that are based on problems or morals or ideas that are told in different places to unify a group of people. Often when you listen to a folk tale, you'll know where it comes from. At the end of this story, I'll tell you what part of the world it started in.
This story has been passed down through generation to generation by word of mouth. I call it thunder and rain. There's a land which is very far away from here where it rains during 1 year and then is dry for the next 4 years. It was very hard to live there. High up in the sky, over that land, lived 2 gods. The black god, who was good, stayed near the earth, and above him was the mean-spirited red god. From the beginning, the black god worried about the people living just below him. He wanted very much to help them, so one day he said to the red god, "The life of those people is so difficult. They're exhausted from moving from place to place to find water and food, just to stay alive. Together, we could easily trap some of our clouds and send down water to help them." The red god agreed, and within no time, rain was pouring down onto the dry land. After a short time, the red god wanted to stop turning his clouds into water, but the black god, who was good and generous, saw that the land was still very dry and that they both still had plenty of clouds. So, even though the stingy red god complained, he let the rain continue until the next day. The cloud water made the grasses on the earth below turn from brown to green, and the black god saw that the people were happier. Several weeks later, the picture changed, and the ground turned again to look dry. So the black god suggested that they create more precipitation. The 2 gods had very different temperaments. The red god was lazy and stingy and didn't want to be bothered with helping the people by giving away his clouds. So it's not surprising that his response to this idea was, no way, absolutely not. His strongly stated outburst started a fight between the 2 gods, with the red god finally screaming that he was sick of the whole situation and he was going to kill all of those people that needed his liquefied clouds. To this day, when it rains, you often hear thunder. This is the red god exploding with anger. It can be scary, but luckily the black god, who sends the water, is closer to the earth, in between ourselves and the red god, and he acts as a shield to protect us. So the next time you hear a loud clapping of thunder, try not to worry and just enjoy the rain. This is a tale that is told in Tanzania.